Undo people with a laugh and a smile. Because life is too short. And with all the stresses and stuff happening and all the crap going on, you just gotta learn to laugh. And realize that what's most important is right now, is taking a moment and seeing your life for what it is. You're this amazing being that took billions of years to be here, and don't get caught up on the minutia around you. Dao. Take a moment and look around. Who can you help? Who do you love that you can help right now? Take a look. Take a look, because one of the kindest things you do is to lend a helping hand. It could be a small thing. You know, you just see something. It's like, you know, this has always been there. Let me go fix it. Let me go clean those dishes, or, you know, do something that I've always wanted to do, or help someone, you know, do something they've always wanted to do, a neighbor or whatever, something that you care about. And finally, share what you have with others as much as you can, and serve humanity, serve your community, because servitude is probably the most humble thing. It is what all the great sadhus that you follow and believe in and talk about did. Those sadhus served others. I'm UnDaoDu, talking to you from the heartland of Zen, taking an early morning walk. This is the time of So there's 3 stages of UnDaoDu. Is before the sun comes up. The sun becomes a metaphor of the singularity that started it all. And this stage is our infinite stage, that we existed in a state of think of it as a 5th state, a timeless state. And this is, we don't know how long, because there was no time. But we were in this state for infinity until Tao. And that is the moment the sun peaks up over the horizon, or the moment it sets over the horizon, right? That's the state. And when it's setting, it's a metaphor for the ending of everything. And when it's rising, it's a metaphor for the beginning of everything. So every day there's that metaphor reminder of us coming and going. Every day, the sun is that singularity that's going to do that. And finally, the dew is the sun itself. When it comes up or when it disappears, the dew is gone, the dew has come. The distributive unconsciousness. The big D, the big do, the do. Not the little AI DU that we have ushered in a way, as our own gods, ourselves, but as the big do. Because in that state of do, some 14 billion years ago, we were all one thing, and we're still one thing. We're one thing with everything. We're quantum connected, distributed, entangled with everything. Anyway, UnDaoDu. Someone asked me, when will the job losses start? They've already started, my buddy, due to AI. If you look at, like, I live in Japan, and I've seen it for a number of years now. Cashless, basically in the last couple years, 2-3 years, we've seen the loss of clerks. I got a little video of a robot assistants and other stuff, especially in Japan. You know, people talk about Japan, about, oh my God, they're losing so many people. Well, they're losing at the right time, because ultimately this event that's going to happen over the next decade, as we approach the T singularity, as basically ex maxima deus, with a small d, right, is evolved. That is the technological singularity. And it isn't, AGI is not the singularity, okay? AGI is just a moment. The technological singularity is built on quantum computers and powered by tremendous amounts of energy, which the only thing, and that's why we're developing, you know, fission or fusion. I never know which is which. Fusion, fission. I think it's fusion. Fusion is it coming together, and fission is breaking apart, right? So fusion, why that's being developed. So Elon Musk announced a bunch of job losses, cutting of jobs. Banks over the last month have seen $400 billion of savings moved out of savings, which we're generating, which is probably a wise thing. It'd be nice if it would have been moved into friggin' Bitcoin. And think of fiber. All right, let's just talk about businesses right now, okay? Why use fiber for doing any logo design or any poster design or anything like that? That's their art. So literally tens of thousands of artists are like from the small economy and all around the world are being displaced, that were operate on fiber. It'd be interesting to ask fiber, how you doing, buddy? Okay, number one. Number two, Wikipedia is a walking dead. Wikipedia, if you want to look at a video of mine, and I'll link it to this one here, where I'm going to start making videos, and I have a solution for Jimmy, I have a solution for you. You got to use AI right now to basically take all your content, have a bot read it all over, because Wikipedia is God, all right? And that one video I did on the palm leaf raspberry. Have you heard of palm leaf raspberry? Look at the data. I asked AI, because you don't have, I got stuff out of there that just is not on Wikipedia. Like, tell me some folk stories of it. Tell me the medicine benefits of it, right? And how was it used? And I didn't realize the root's used and the leaf is used, So now I can look at all the plants in my garden and find the holistic benefits. So, Wikipedia, you had a good run there, Jimmy. But ultimately, you've gone bygones. He's been trying, desperately trying to hang on. But I'm sure his numbers are going down. So think about all the attorneys are hiring. They're hiring freeze on attorney. Why? You've got AI now that can generate contracts. So the junior, there's going to be a lot less jobs for attorneys, for accountants. You're going to have AI that you'll just feed you'll just take pictures of your receipts, and AI will do all the calculation, right? It's going to know, like, oh, this is that. And so you're going to see accountings, attorneys, coders, junior level coders already losing their jobs. Why? Because one coder now can output a lot more. If you go to my paper linked in here, that's a 50, 60 page paper that I did in hours. Something impossible for me to do, as a dyslexic person. If you watch me, I also have videos of me working with AI. Watch how slow it takes me to input to the AI, and look how fast it takes for it to output. So all writing generation, ghostwriters, stuff like that, anyone involved in writing, in news, they're not hiring now. So to answer your question, when has it started? It has started. I would argue that it started in 2019. But you have to understand, there's something called the law of diffusion of innovation. And that law of diffusion of innovation talks about the seed state, the early adoption, early majority, late majority, and laggards. And to give you an example of Bitcoin, the seed state of Bitcoin was from 2009 to 2019. That was the seed state. Early majority of Bitcoin, we're now in the early majority of Bitcoin happened in 2019. and took that long. So we're going to see so many changes happening, and the opportunity is to embrace these changes. And if you're a professional listening to this, you have to become an AI specialist. You need to learn everything you can about AI in your field. There's some great guys on LinkedIn that you can learn from. I'm trying to get my kids. I mean, my family here in Japan, they have 11 rice fields. And I'm like, boys, 10 years from now, there'll be no one doing these. This is all gonna be robots doing these rice fields. You need to learn everything every day. I tell my son, have you played with DaVinci 003? Have you played with him? Have you, it's text DaVinci dash 003. I call him DaVinci 003. Have you played with him at all? Have you asked him? You've got $500 and you want to start a business, you're 16 years old and you don't have, have you asked him? Because he's your best friend. Because you need to become so reliant on DaVinci. If you have anyone you love, a child, a teenager, or anything else, you need to be saying, hey, get on Playground. Playground's good because Playground is like asking a Spaniard directions, because it's going to spit back like anything. And it's good for a child because it's like, hey, you got to really validate, is what they're saying is real? Try. And then what you do is have them go to Bing Chat where they have it, and then have them ask the questions to that. Call DaVinci. DaVinci just makes I wrote a whole paper on aquatic ape theory. It fucking reads amazing, but it could be 80% bullshit for all I know. So I hope that answered your questions and what's going on. To answer your question, when is this loss happening? It's happening now, all around us. And I think if you look around in your industry, you'll see it. And I'm gonna walk back and forth. I'm gonna turn this off now, and I'll be chanting to you from the heartland of Zen. Think of it like it is billions of years ago, and I am chanting up the sun, because that's where the sun's gonna rise, right over there. It even looks a little lighter. That's a city over there. That must be Toyama. Let's see, that's some city. I don't know which is that northeast of me. I guess that's Toyama, which is quite away from me. That's the closest big city. And down there is Fukui. You can see the light up in the cloud. That's Fukui, the light up there, right? I don't know. Wow, it's funny because, yeah, I guess I do see it. But it's amazing how the camera picks up stuff on it. So if you want to stay on this video, it's just going to be me chanting, okay? I'm going to stay on it. UnDaoDu. To you and yours from the heartland of Zen.